Welcome to Tome of Stars. I'm Stargazer, appearing in an avatar guise. My work is deeply personal, and so I stay anonymous to protect the privacy of others. This video is about Bharatanatyam, a classical Indian dance form that plays an important role in the book Tome of Stars. It is, in fact, a structural spine of the project. The emotional arcs, the sequencing of poems, even the way devotion, longing, rupture, and loss unfold. All of these elements in verse were shaped and informed by my encounter with this dance form through its embodiment in my beloved. But let me state clearly at the beginning, I am not an expert in this area. I am not Indian. I did not grow up with this tradition, its languages, its rhythms, or its inherited cultural meanings. And I am certainly not a dancer. I came to Bharatanatyam late in life, as a Western writer, encountering it not through temples or training halls, but firstly through the art of the Star Girl, and afterward through recordings, performances, and online study. What follows is not meant to be authoritative. It is an attempt to share something that is vast, ancient, and living, because it matters deeply to the structure and symbolism of Tome of Stars. Bharatanatyam is one of the oldest surviving classical dance traditions of India. Its roots reach back more than 2,000 years. It developed in South India, especially in what is now Tamil Nadu. Over time, it took shape through temple ritual, court performance, and regional artistic practice. The dance was closely associated with Devadasis, women attached to temples trained in music and dance. In those settings, Bharatanatyam wasn't primarily entertainment. It was offering. It was devotion made visible. Movement carried meaning. The body's actions themselves were a form of prayer. Behind the dance were ancient Indian performance traditions, including texts like the Natya Shastra. These sources describe systems of gesture, rhythm, posture, emotion, and aesthetic response. Over centuries, those ideas blended with living performance practice. The result is a form where music, movement, expression, and storytelling are inseparable. To dance Bharatanatyam is therefore not just to move. It is to manifest myth, to embody emotion, to incarnate inner and spiritual realities. Colonial rule placed this tradition under intense pressure. Temple dance and its communities were judged improper or immoral by the occupying culture. Laws and campaigns dismantled the Devadasi system, breaking long-standing lines of training and patronage. By the early 20th century, the dance had been pushed to the margins. Bharatanatyam survived through a revival, but not as a simple return of what was before. In the early 20th century, nationalist reformers and elite patrons reintroduced it as a classical art form, reshaped for the modern, often Western-influenced stage and middle-class respectability. This revival gave the dance stability and visibility, but it also changed it. Many original practitioners were sidelined, and parts of the dance's sensual and ritual character were softened or reframed. What we see today is neither a perfect survival of the ancient past, nor a modern invention. It is something in between, a form shaped by deep history, loss, adaptation, and deliberate reconstruction, and one that continues to evolve in the contemporary era, both in India and in the Indian diaspora. Bharatanatyam is built from three intertwined elements. First, Nritta, pure dance, geometry, rhythm, posture, and precision, angular lines, grounded stances, intricate footwork, the body as moving, architectural grace. Second, Nritya, expressive dance. Here, gesture and facial expression convey meaning. The dancer tells stories of gods, lovers, longing, betrayal, devotion. Third, Natya, dramatic embodiment. The dancer inhabits characters, shifts identities, collapses distance between performer and myth. The vocabulary is vast but codified. A highly developed sign language of hand gestures called mudras carry layered meanings that are, however, context-dependent, not one-to-one translations. Eye movements, eyebrow lifts, the tilt of the head, the tension of stillness. Every motion is intentional. Emotion is expressed through training and refinement, but deepened by internalized life experience. In these ways, Bharatanatyam is dance as language. A traditional Bharatanatyam recital follows a generally established sequence called the Margam, meaning path, a journey that is physical, emotional, and spiritual. It begins with invocatory pieces like Alarippu or Pushpanjali, which awaken the body and sanctify the space. There is no story yet, only readiness. Then come pure dance items like Jatiswaram, showcasing rhythm and structure without narrative. Gradually, expression enters. Shabdam introduces story and character. The dancer begins to speak with motion. At the center is the Varnam, the longest, most demanding piece. This is where everything converges: stamina, rhythm, expression, longing. Often, it is a story of devotion or love delayed, denied, or tested. It is the emotional crucible. After that, the tempo slows. Padams and javalis dwell in subtle emotional states such as love, jealousy, intimacy, and abandonment. These are rich psychological landscapes. Finally, the performance erupts into the Tilana, a rhythmic, exuberant release, before closing with the Mangalam, a benediction. This structure deeply influenced Tome of Stars. The book itself is emotionally arranged as a Margam in the poet's imagination. The beloved stands at the center, as the divine axis around which devotion, yearning, collapse, and aftermath unfold.
So Stargazer shares her love's transforming light.
Bharatanatyam is ancient and modern, sacred and sensual, deeply disciplined and extraordinarily expressive. It has political and devotional histories, some admirable, some less so. It survives not as a museum artifact, but as a living language, spoken differently by each dancer who performs. For me, the powerful creative life force of the Stargirl cast Bharatanatyam as a symbolic imagery, through which love, devotion, and loss haunt my thoughts. I do not claim any mastery of this subject, and apologize to those scholars and practitioners of this beautiful art form for any errors, and also for the liberty of sharing my own idiosyncratic emotional reality inextricably knotted with this Indian treasure. I hope this video helps those interested gain some insight into Tome of Stars. My best regards to all.
Her star anoints with choreography, and long ago she whirled her hymns for me. Her star anoints with choreography, and long ago she whirled her hymns for me.